This call is being recorded. Welcome, everyone. This is the Telarus Tuesday call for December 18th, 2018. Our final Tuesday call of the year. We'll be away for a few weeks, as will many of you, enjoying the holidays, but we'll return on Tuesday, January 15th. We are now well into, but not quite done with, the final month of another record setting year. So thank you and happy holidays to each of you from all your friends and family at Telarus. I'm Doug Miller, the voice of Telarus, ruminating, contemplating, and meditating on all things Telarus today, bringing them to you every Tuesday right here in one fast moving, informative call. Once again, without a formal theme song. Suggestions are welcome. Copyright issues will be yours and yours alone. Welcome to our Tuesday call. We invite you to please log in to our video feed for all of today's valuable information. If you happen to miss last week's Telarus Tuesday call, we were joined by the big dogs, Telarus VP of Technology, Michael Brown, and Telarus CFO, Zane Christensen, discussing a subject dear to the heart of every partner, and that is commissions. Once again, Telarus is making it easier and more useful to view and understand commissions payments. Michael and Zane shared and discussed modifications being made to the commissions summary page. And for those that participate in our Commissions Advance program, the changes afoot to make this information are easier to track as well. Telarus own Michael Brown and Zane Christensen. That presentation and all of last week's Telarus Tuesday call is available now in your Telarus partner back office. Today's call features Telarus co-founder Patrick Oborn taking a break from visiting Telarus partners all across the country to take us on a look back through 2018, a record-setting year for Telarus and our partners, examining the tremendous successes, the lessons learned, and perhaps most importantly, how to gear up now to take advantage of the massive opportunities headed our way in 2019. It's Telarus co-founder Patrick Oborn and our 2018 Telarus Review coming up in just minutes. Also on today's call, we'll be announcing a brand new Telarus supplier. It's Connexicor, providing flight service and solutions for commercial unmanned aerial vehicles, known more commonly as drones. Connexicor is improving data collection, analytics, and decision support for industry. Frank Segarra is Connexicor's president and CEO. He'll join us momentarily to introduce Connexicor and tell you about their launch and training call coming up this Thursday. First, we have some exciting regional Telarus events going on this week. We hope you'll be able to join us for one close to you. Today, Tuesday, this afternoon from 3 until 7:30 p.m. Pacific, it's our Telarus holiday party in Anaheim, California. We will meet at Flight Deck in Anaheim for flight simulation fun with sponsors Verizon, Nice in Contact, Vonage, Big Leaf, and IntelliPeer. That sounds fun. Also this afternoon from 3 until 6 p.m. Mountain Time, it's a Telarus Contact Center Tech Talk event in Scottsdale, Arizona at W Scottsdale Hotel with 5-9, Nice in Contact, Sharpen, and TalkDesk. You'll gain valuable knowledge on contact center and UCaaS solutions, helping you learn to establish your own contact center practice and drive revenue in this industry. And finally, tomorrow, Wednesday, we hope you'll join us in Washington, D.C. from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. Eastern for our Telarus holiday party at Pinstripes in Georgetown. Come join an open house to help celebrate your success in 2018. This event is sponsored by Granite and by 5-9. We hope you'll join us. You can see our full schedule with all of the events and register or RSVP at Telarus.com events for any of our upcoming opportunities. Well, let's dive right in. As I mentioned earlier, I'm very happy to welcome today Telarus' newest supplier. It's Connexicor, and this is a very exciting opportunity as Connexicor provides flight service and solutions for commercial unmanned aerial vehicles. Connexicor is improving data collection, analytics, and decision support for industry. They specialize in aerial data collection, image and video analysis, surveying, and geospatial mapping solutions. The value they bring is in managing that entire process. You know your clients are going to have interest in this. Frank Segarra is Connexicore's president and CEO and joins me now to introduce Connexicore. Frank, welcome to our Tuesday call.
Good morning, Doug. That was a wonderful introduction. I don't think I've heard such a perfect segue into my company in recent months. So I want to thank you for that great introduction. And good morning, everyone. Thank you for your time today. Again, my name is Frank Segarra. I'm the CEO and founder of Connexicore. And my goal in this 5-minute slot that I have this morning is basically to get you excited about this exploding industry of commercial drone technology. We just recently did some research, and Pricewaterhouse evaluates the commercial drone space at a $127 billion market. Very rich in margin and positioned very uniquely in the IoT and mobility space. So I think if you folks can make the Thursday training call, you'll find it to be very, very interesting. It's different, but it's here to stay. But first, a little background on Connexicore. As we've grown our sales over 600% in the last 12 months by helping companies basically connect their core technologies with drone-based data. And ultimately, this enhances their workflow and improves their business processes. And a lot of this might not make total sense, but when you see it visually on Thursday, it will all make sense. Connexicore, our commercial service offerings with regards to Telarus and your clients are project-based drone flight services. So these drone flight services are used for aerial data collection, inspections, progress reporting, analysis, and these are all done via drone. We also provide cloud-based drone video telepresence services and software. The services are more detailed analytical services where the drones themselves are not only piloted and monitored by the pilot, but could also be piloted and monitored by remote participants, basically anywhere in the world. So in the scenarios where you have inspections that require a subject matter expert on the far end to actually navigate that inspection, that's what the telepresence offers. And it's typically used in critical infrastructure inspections, surveillance, security, and we'll get more into that. We also provide what we call Connexicore Cloud, which is an inspection and storage software solution. It can be sold as a SaaS recurring revenue model. As well as the telepresence software could also be sold as a SaaS model to existing clients that have their own drone practices internally or other drone companies that use drones for inspections. And lastly, we also provide UAS operations. So UAS meaning unmanned aerial systems. That's the correct professional acronym. We call it drones, but folks in the industry call it UAS. We provide complete operations, consulting, and support. So the scenario may be a local police department or a state police region. They want to roll out their own drone program internally. Well, in order to do that, they have to be coached and guided with hardware, with software, with network, with connectivity. There are a lot of moving parts, to deploy a drone solution. So we serve a range of industries: architectural engineering, construction, energy and utilities, industrial infrastructure, public safety, and numerous others. We talk about construction. As an example, drones used in construction have gone from this experimental to essential for specific tasks. A lot of these tasks include monitoring site progress, generating accurate contour maps, measuring stockpiles. And in fact, our customers tell us that drones have saved them thousands by unlocking large savings on surveys, catching grading errors before machinery has left the site, and even salvaging subcontractor relationships. And ultimately, the way we do that is we fly the missions, and we have a national network of FAA licensed pilots. We collect this data, we upload the data and make it available in a secure collaborative environment we call Connexicor Cloud. And ultimately, Connexicor Cloud can be logged in from anywhere, and analysis could be done on that data immediately. Once the inspector or the analyst logs in, we offer a full range of analytical tools that allows them to watch, understand, collaborate, exchange this critical information on the data results, providing actionable tasks with enabling business decisions quicker. So as an example, to survey a new construction site the traditional way, it could take 2 to 3 weeks with dozens of steps along the way and cost upwards of $10,000. By contrast, a drone survey would take as little as 2 days at nearly a third of the cost. In addition to having that data, it's more complete, more detailed, and easily repeatable, and valuable opportunity time is earned back on the project from the contractor. So we do recognize that your clients understand it's not about drones, or they might think it's about drones, but we understand it's really about having access to critical information so they can make better informed decisions for their projects. And at Connexicor, we have a proven real-world experience helping companies effectively integrate this drone-based data with the information in their traditional IT systems. And everybody on my staff has 25 plus years experience in both the cloud, the telecom, and the unified communication space. So we all speak the same language that you folks all speak. We're just kind of taking advantage of an emerging industry and technology. So with that being said, hopefully I can coax everyone to be on our training session on Thursday. I want to thank you all, and I'll pause for a moment if there are any questions, or I will just go on standby here and listen to my first Tuesday morning meeting. Thank you all.
Frank, we're very happy to have you here. That's Frank Segura. He is the president and CEO of Connexicor, our newest Telarus supplier. And boy, I'll tell you, this is just really exciting in terms of this marriage of technology that's going on here. And if you're going out and asking the questions that have to do with this type of information gathering, you're going to be distinguished from anybody else out there in the marketplace. Connexicor has the largest, most qualified network of licensed, highly trained pilots. They've got specializations for virtually any project, and they have nationwide coverage. So this is actually going to be tremendous. The Thursday training then will cover all things Connexicor. It starts at 11 a.m. Eastern Time this Thursday, December 20th. We hope you listen in. Frank, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you so much, Doug, and I look forward to working with the team.
Can't wait. Thanks so much. All right. It is time for our weekly partner sales recognition. We've got some shout outs and kudos to 3 of our high performing Telarus partners, and I hope I get these right today. The first, let me just get my notes back here, make sure we've got the latest version. It was a tough week to get all of these organized correctly, make sure we've got the right ones, but here we're recognizing in our 3rd position the folks at Dykar Networks out of Morgan Hill, California. Now, the Dykar team sold an outstanding sale of security services from IGI, the Infinite Group Incorporated, to a client in the electronics manufacturing industry. Dykar Networks is an industry leader in the Silicon Valley. They support companies of all sizes and fields. We congratulate them. This is their first appearance, to my knowledge, on the Telarus Tuesday call. They are doing it in a terrific way. In this week's 2nd position, Telarus recognizes and congratulates Blake Darling. Of course, he's the president. Kendall Schmidt, Nisha Vanderlinden, and all of the folks at Complete Communications here in Salt Lake City, Utah. They are the missing piece to their client's communication puzzle. Blake and his team closed a fantastic sale of cable services from Sierra Wireless. I could be wrong about cable. That might be security services. But anyway, it was from Sierra Wireless to a client in the fashion and design industry. Complete Communications helps their clients navigate their network's complexities with a team made up of experienced telecom professionals, designing some of the most innovative solutions in the industry. Congratulations again, Blake Darling and Complete Communications, on this outstanding Sierra Wireless sale. And taking this week's top position, Telarus congratulates the tremendous team over at Invite Networks here in Salt Lake City, Utah. The Invite Networks team closed an absolutely phenomenal sale of services from Veracity to a client in the personal care products industry. Invite Networks is an end-to-end, circuit-to-endpoint, no-nonsense, best-of-breed solutions provider. Real solutions founded by engineers and run by engineers. Invite Networks is awesome as a service. Congratulations, Invite Networks, on this fantastic Veracity sale. It is our top Telarus sale of the week. Of course, we thank all of our partners for trusting Telarus with your business. Telarus is built for you. Let's take a quick look at this week's training calendar. 4 excellent opportunities being featured on today's call. I know you only see 3, but there's a 4th. First up, tomorrow, Wednesday, December 19th, beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, you can join BroadSky as they present special training on their rapid deployment internet solution. Fast, reliable 4G LTE service is now a must for nearly all businesses. And in many cases, those clients need fast deployment as well. BroadSky deploys in just days, not weeks or months. You can learn the scenarios calling for this product and all about BroadSky's fully configured static IP enabled enterprise grade internet solutions. It's tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then on Thursday, December 20th, as mentioned just moments ago, plan to join Telarus' newest supplier, Connexicor, for their official launch and training call. On Friday, December 21st at noon Eastern, you'll take a break from the holiday shopping and join Evolve IP for their final deep dive training of 2018. This is for both new and experienced partners who'd like to quickly identify cloud opportunities, learn how to position Evolve IP solutions to make themselves more money. We'll learn about the cloud industry, the key drivers pushing customers and prospects to the cloud, and the Evolve IP set of solutions. It's their final training of the year. Catch Evolve IP this Friday at noon Eastern. And then because we're away for a few weeks here, there's an announcement of special training on Tuesday, January 9th. RapidScale kicks off their 2019 webinar series and invites all Telarus partners to join and make plans to win with RapidScale in the new year. Help your clients experience the most comprehensive suite of cloud services, making it incredibly easy to integrate applications, users, accessibility, and efficiency into businesses of any size from any industry. RapidScale 2019 kickoff training. It happens January 9th. The details and registration links for these and many other live and recording learning opportunities are all in your Telarus partner back office at agent.telarus.com. Passing along some of the best available spiffs. We have 2 to feature this week on our call. First up, a phenomenal spiff from RapidScale. They want you to make more money in the cloud, helping your clients enable a secure digital workspace. RapidScale's Citrix-powered solutions can bring you added bonuses. For example, there's $1,000 for the first partner to sell 300 premium desktop-as-a-service Citrix Zen desktops. And there's a $4,000 bonus for the first partner to sell 10 Citrix NetScaler SD-WAN devices. The race is on for these 2 tremendous spiffs, and it ends December 31st from RapidScale. And then from AirSpring, it's time to wrap up the year with white glove service and something extra. In addition to the usual spiffs and commissions, like 1.5x MRC on connectivity, 6x MRC on voice cloud services, deals brought to AirSpring during December will also earn Amazon gift cards. Deals worth $1,000 MRC or more earn a $100 gift card. 2,000 MRC or more, you get a $200 gift card, and so on up to a $500 gift card for deals of 5,000 MRC or greater. Plus, there's a 5% extra bonus residual commission on AirSpring Network and SIP-LD. You got to wrap up the year with these spiffs from AirSpring. Well, finally, we also have the updated set of standings from the Comcast Business Telarus 4th Quarter Blitz. Simply by registering and selling Comcast Business products, you earn entries into a drawing for tickets to the NFL's championship game in February. It includes airfare, hotel, and tickets for you and a guest. This isn't by revenue. This is a drawing from the total entries earned by selling Comcast products. And here's who has currently earned the most entries into that drawing. With the fifth greatest total, it's ITD Solutions from the Southeast region. They've got 91 entries. Fourth place goes to Stratus IP from the Northeast region. They've got 97 entries. The third greatest total is Enterprise Telecom Partners from our Northwest region with 111 entries. And the second greatest total is Distributed Computing from our Northeast region, 133 entries. The greatest number of entries is a Southwest region partner wishing to remain unnamed during this call. They've got an even 200 entries. But remember, the more you sell and the more you bundle, the more entries you earn, and it only takes one entry to potentially win. So everybody can get in on this promotion. Contact your Telarus Partner Support Manager for details. Maybe you will be headed to Atlanta in February. These and many more fantastic deals from our suppliers can all be found at promo.telarus.com. Well, as mentioned earlier, today's call features Telarus co-founder and VP of Partner Experience, Patrick Oborn. Patrick's the co-founder of Telarus and has likely worn more hats at this company than anyone else in its history, including, I might add, a few elf-on-the-shelf outfits and some lab coats as well. I remember Comcast's Albert Krivopisk coined Patrick's nickname Dr. Fiber. Many of you know Patrick's adventures outside Telarus with Ironman triathlons, half, full, and 100-mile marathons, and just about anything else someone thinks he can't do. Patrick exhibits the same drive, dedication, and envelope pushing right here within the Telarus organization. And today he's here to discuss Telarus and our partners' successes during this past year and the massive opportunities ahead. It's our annual Telarus Year in Review. Patrick, welcome back to the Telarus Tuesday call. How you doing, buddy?
Thanks so much, Doug. I am doing fantastic. Thanks for having me on today.
Can't wait. This has been a phenomenal year, and boy, looking back, just so much to discuss. Can't wait to hear what you've got.
Well, I'm just glad I'm an envelope pusher, not a pencil pusher. So that's all I'm thankful for. And you know what? I had just after all the therapy treatments to get the elf on the shelf thing out of my psyche, you know, thanks for bringing that back. Man, I really appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Everybody, welcome to the call today. We're so excited to have you. This is one of my favorite calls to do every year, the year in review. This is when we get to take a step back, analyze what happened over the year, because honestly, in telecom years, I don't know if you're like me, but for me, it feels like dog years. I mean, it feels like I can't even remember what we were doing a year ago today. And so much stuff has happened, and it always makes sense to take a step back, see what's transpired, and see what we've learned, and see maybe there might have been an opportunity or two that passed you by, because this is such a fast-paced industry that we take some stock and incorporate some of those things into our plans for 2019. In fact, just in the last week or so, when I've been preparing for this presentation, I've learned some things that Telarus did that I totally either forgot about or didn't know, or just maybe I missed that Tuesday call or whatever. There's a lot out there. So what I've done is I've taken everything and put it into one neat and tidy presentation for everybody today. So first, let us get started off with a year ago, we purchased and got together with Carrier Sales. For me, that feels like 10 years ago, but it was only a year ago right now. January 1st, 2018 was the first day that Carrier Sales and Telarus got together. We kicked it off by moving all of their employees into our office. We marketing got going, the combined marketing organization, and created a new logo. So you saw our new brand. I don't know about you guys, but I can't even remember those old logos hardly anymore. So it's kind of funny. We've been running with the new stuff for all year. But again, what that did for us is it enabled us to get into areas of specialization. We think that the role of a master agent is changing, just like your role as a trusted advisor is changing. Your customers are coming to you, looking for you to put together and design and bring together multiple solutions for multiple product categories for multiple vendors, right? That's really the role of a trusted advisor and consultant. Consequently, our role as a master agent is to wrap specialization around your practice. If you've been to any of our events this year, we talked a little bit about being an expert generalist. The expert generalist is someone who can talk to many, many different subject areas, but then wrap themselves around an actual expert in that area. Again, Telarus, we are very, very excited to be that layer of specialty behind you. In fact, we've added, with the help of Carrier Sales, a CenturyLink back office, a mobility practice, a AT&T practice, a Verizon practice, a contact center practice, all around the different regional support models that we run. So we have expanded to many areas. Many of you have taken advantage of our contact center practice. Congratulations. We saw some of the biggest deals in the history of contact center flow through this year. But one of those things that came in on the contact center side was that we added Megan Ty. I don't know if you guys know Megan, but she's worked on and off with us for over 16 years at 8x8. Very long career. And 8x8, as you guys know, has an amazing contact center and UCAS practice. So Megan is now on the contact center team, working in Ray Hickens' group, going out there and helping our partners get engaged with customers, ask the right questions, register the deals correctly, do all the things that it takes to make the contact center practice run. We've also added a director of our Verizon practice, and that's Whitney Andrea. Whitney comes to us from KingCom, where she headed up their Verizon practice. Just to tell you a quick story, we had a customer here in Utah just last week that terminated their Verizon services incorrectly. They were supposed to log onto some portal, jump through a hoop, give the name of 3 of their firstborn children, and then Verizon was going to cancel their service. But they didn't do it correctly. Verizon auto renewed them for an additional 3 years. We got on the phone, got Whitney involved, and wouldn't you know it, we got the customer out of that contract without any penalties. And Whitney is just an all-star. We're very thankful to have her and a lot of other people that we've added to the Verizon team recently. The CenturyLink team that we acquired from Carrier Sales also underwent a lot of facelift. We went from 5 to 11 people in that department. Again, CenturyLink being one of the core products and one of the core reasons why Adam and I were initially interested in Carrier Sales, because their CenturyLink practice is so robust. Agents would always tell us, man, if I want stuff to get done really, really well, I love that CenturyLink team. And we've just had a tremendous year. But it was a hard year because Telarus and Carrier Sales got together. At the same time, CenturyLink and Level 3 were getting together. So we had the front end and the back end were experiencing a little bit of dynamic nature to that relationship. So we're excited that the things have really locked down on their side and our side as well. We've seen our CenturyLink numbers just explode. And then AT&T rolling out their new residual contracts this year. A lot of changes going on there. But most importantly, their channel integration policies. They never used to allow direct and channel to overlap, and now they do. And so we've seen a lot of agents taking advantage of that channel integration. Last but not least, mobility and IoT. One of the other practices we got from the Carrier Sales. A lot going on in this space, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know much about mobility or IoT yet, I would recommend you go to the telarus.com/event website and look and see when you have a mobility and IoT boot camp coming to your area. You may even want to fork out some money for a plane ticket and actually fly and go to the next one. We're seeing $20, $30, $40, $50,000 mobility and IoT deals closing all the time. With Tiffany Wolf and her team, those guys are doing a tremendous job of getting engaged on the customer level, asking the customer questions, going out and pricing different vendor options, and making sure that the customer is getting what's right for them. And just seeing a lot of success in the space. 2019, what can we learn from these? 2019 is going to be a tremendous area of IoT, and we just saw an example, right? Connexicor was just on this call telling us about the aerial drones, right? I see that as IoT. I see that as the key word for 2019. That's application, right? We're not selling the pipes anymore. We're selling the things that people are using to create value, whether it's a drone or whether it's a device that attaches to an automobile so people can do fleet tracking, or it's something that connects to a piece of inventory in a hospital. Whatever the case may be, there are so many, there's so much opportunity in applications. And again, helping the customers, helping our business, helping businesses in America, all across the world, really go out and actually make value, turn technology into a competitive weapon. it follows along the mantra that Roger always says. We're in a world of hyper connectivity, creating data at a faster rate than we've ever created it, and we need to mine it and see what the data tells us, so that we can again turn the technology into a competitive weapon. And then also we need to protect the data. So that trend continues, and we saw it continue here this year. Some other key hires that were made around the country, some of our most visible hires were on the sales team and the sales engineering team. I guess we have a new mantra here at Telarus, and that's Telarus near you. We hire, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people to the engineering and field teams. We got most notably added to the field sales team was Tony Haywood down in Sydney, Australia. So not only are we more present in the United States, but we also now have an office set up in Sydney, Australia, where we sell cloud-only products. So a very, very great year. Hopefully you can tell by this that Telarus leadership, Telarus ownership remains dedicated to reinvesting in the business. I tell people this all the time. How did Telarus get so big? Well, it's pretty easy, actually. We invest 95% of our profits back into the business each and every year. We are here for growth. We are not here for the nice car. We're not here for the nice house. We're here to grow this business. And the only way we can grow this business is to create value for you. And one of the best ways to create value for you is having somebody in your backyard that you can network with, that you can take on customer appointments, that you can receive introductions to local carrier vendors. A lot of stuff going on in that department. You'll see also a lot of these hires going into the Midwest and also on the East Coast. So we welcome all of our new people. Let's see, we'll go just down the list. Joe Galuzzi, Nikki Day, Tina Franke, Lad Wimmer, Reagan Roberts, Bob Greenoff, Tony Haywood, Josh Hasselhorst, Randy Robinson, Phil Brecky, and Anton Loon, our most recent hire out in Cincinnati. So thank you guys so much. We are so excited to have you on the team, and hopefully you reach out and get to know the Telarus field sales and sales engineer in your local area here soon. In addition to the sales team, we've actually invested a lot of additional resources into what I think is one of the biggest differentiating factors Telarus has, and that's the account management team. The account management team continues to get better. They continue to improve their processes, improve their reporting, improve most importantly, their efficacy with the customers that our partners have entrusted to them. If you don't know what account management is, it's basically we are your customer service desk. We operate under your brand, under your name, and it costs you a couple of points of commission, but we take on all that load. The two most important things this group does, number one, is it renews your customers. All of the profit in this business is located after the first contract. When you sign up a deal and you start earning commission, that is not profit in your pocket. Let me repeat that. As soon as you sign up a deal and start earning commission, that is not profit. Profit happens after the first renewal. So if you don't have a plan for post-renewal, right, you are not making money at this business. You're breaking even. There's something called a customer acquisition cost that everybody misses. And Adam talks about it. Richard talks about it. I talk about it. That is where the money is made. That's where the profit happens, is after sales. So you have to do that work, or you have to hire someone to do that work for you. There is no plan C of ignore it. If you do plan C and you just ignore, you sign up people and hope they stay, okay, you're not going to be successful in this business. I'll just tell you straight up, not going to happen, right? Just the math is hard. math is your friend, and it also sucks sometimes. And math is your friend if you're using account management. Kelly Hoyle is the person in charge of our account management group, and he has grown his team, and he's got 2 more hires coming on after the year. Of course, we got Tyler Walker, Adriana Hayes, Doug Miller, the voice, in account management, doing all their project management work, doing an awesome job, by the way. Brianne Hughes, Dan Smith, Jeff Rast, Jana Reese, and 2 more, again, coming into that group. But the most important thing is looking at their upsell MRR. It's not just renewals that make these guys deadly, but it's upsell. If you don't have a plan to sell the higher end technology services into your base of customers, there's literally, ladies and gentlemen, over 30 different products that you could be talking to your customers about. Many customers coming into account management have only been sold network and connectivity. That leaves 29 more products that we need to talk to your customers about. This group here is trained in all of those products. They can sell the Rapid Skill, the Rack Space. They can sell the IGI cybersecurity. Isn't that cool that cybersecurity was one of the top wins for the week? Right? That's just a sneak taste of what's going to happen in 2019 in terms of products that are going to be becoming more and more talked about and more sold by brokers, by you guys. So account management, it's a tremendous focus of ours. We've been in this business for 4.5 years now. We've learned a lot of things, and these guys will do right for your customers by you. Again, all under your brand. So we're excited about the growth taking place in account management. One of my favorite things during the year is our annual summit. And this year we had our partner exchange, it was called, in Boca Raton, Florida. And while we were there, I had the privilege of launching some of our new technology. If you want to know what some of our new technology was, just look in your pocket on your phone. Hopefully, everyone on this call has had the chance to download the Telarus app. It opens up with your agent name and your password. On the app is our new tech. And our new tech this year included interactive, searchable product feature matrices. So not only did we increase the search capability of the matrices, and this is done quite simply by literally clicking on a column. Basically, it acts as a freeze pane. You click on the column of the product you want, and all of the carriers that don't have that disappear. Right? So it makes it very easy. With 2 or 3 touches, all of the products that qualify, all of the suppliers that you need to be talking to come to the fore. But not only did we do that, but we expanded it from just UCaaS and SD-WAN to contact center, cybersecurity, and cloud computing. Right? So we have 5 product feature matrices that instantly turns you into an expert generalist. You're going to get information, or you're going to be able to deliver information to your clients that they're going to have a hard time getting from Forrester or from Gartner or from a lot of these other places that actually have paid research consulting. Tremendous technology, and again, Telarus, we're known for tools. This is not going to stop in 2019. We have a ton of stuff we're working on. Hopefully, you tuned in last week to see some of the new technology we've built around the commission reporting system. So, again, just continuing our legacy of new tools. But again, please take some time to download the Telarus app and familiarize yourself with those tools, or else all of that investment will have gone for nothing, which we don't want to have happen. Now, the real kicker. Our supplier management team has been busy. Not only did our VP of supplier management have a baby, so we had literally were up 1 in headcount, but we have added a tremendous number of suppliers. We see our job here at Telarus as being able to go out and provide and contract with the providers you need to be successful. Again, this includes niche providers in specific geographic areas, but it also includes niche providers in different application areas, like we just, again, heard from Connexicor. So here's a quick overview of the providers that we signed just this year since January 1st. In UCaaS, Fuse, the 800-pound gorilla, right? Broadvoice, that eventually ended up buying Yiptel, Avaya, Cloud, Dialpad. I met the Dialpad guys at the Telarus holiday party in New York City, and those guys are sharp, and they're owned by Google, so heads up for those guys. BroadSmart, NetFortris, Call Tower, and Net2Phone. Oh yeah, by the way, Net2Phone offers free long distance to almost every country in the world. Anyway, Net2Phone. In the mobility side, we've got Global Gig. We got Greg, who moved over from Vonage. CyberReef. I met CyberReef at a tech talk in Alabama, and they have the most incredible solution that actually goes inside. It goes inside the AT&T and Verizon and Sprint wireless networks and enforces your policy. So if companies are sick of having their data, their employees just blow through their data limits because they're doing YouTube and everything else, order CyberReef. It will manually enforce those policies and instantly take all those overages out of the bill. So it's really, really cool. Connexicor, which we just heard from, they're on the mobility side, and I guess every aerial drone uses mobility to communicate with the actual airship. It's just amazing. We signed with Core Wireless, Terra Nova, which is a big one, and then Source Inc. On the contact center side, again, to bolster our contact center practice with Ray and Megan and the team there, TalkDesk, which was a major one. In fact, TalkDesk was one of the first ones we signed, and we've been going to events with them all year long. They've done a fantastic job. Connect First is another great one. Genesis, one of the 800-pound gorillas, the company that acquired Interactive Intelligence, they're now focused on their cloud product. And of course, if it's cloud, it's got to be sold in the cloud. It's got to be sold in the channel. Sharpen, which is a brand new one that looks really interesting. Aspect and Serenova, which we just signed. So hopefully, if you're in the contact center world, hopefully some of those logos might mean something to you, because it means a lot to us. On the cybersecurity side, probably one of the areas that we're most focused for next year, we signed with Thrive out of Boston, Splice, HTG, Imperva, and most notably Cylance was brought on through our Verizon relationship. And Cylance is AI. Cylance is AI that goes in your network and just sniffs out like a guard dog, like a Doberman pinscher sniffs out the bad guys. And so very, very, very cool technology there. You'll see a lot of that, a lot more discussion around that, a lot more training around that from the Telarus Bootcamp side in 2019. And then cloud, got Alibaba Cloud to sign an exclusive deal with Telarus at the beginning of just this year. Seems like forever since we had Alibaba Cloud. Synoptech, which is a fantastic IT integrator, helping us get into Equinix and some other major facilities. Allgress and Steadfast on the IT side. Now on the network side, we continue to add there as well. I mean, there's constantly new geographies coming online, areas where our partners have to have a particular product type, and we're more than happy to go out and get them. The ones that we signed this year include Consolidated Communications, New Horizons Communications up in the Northeast, Hudson Fiber also in the Northeast, Metro Optical, CBTS out of Cincy Bell, Wave Business, and Magna 5. And then IT solutions. A lot of agents aren't recognizing their ability to offer managed IT solutions. And one of the ones that I think is one you have to focus on next year, and that's Office Depot. And when we talk Office Depot, a lot of times your customers think paper clips and clipboards, but it's not. it's actually the CompuCom acquisition that they made, where you can actually go out and sell managed IT services, desktop support services to your customers. We've also signed with Splice, Synoptech, which again offers managed IT solutions, Cato Networks, which is absolutely an outstanding company, and Your6, which is out providing both managed IT solutions, but also physical on-site premise security solutions. Think video cameras, think of entry pads and that type of thing. So a lot of different providers now in your bailiwick here at Telarus. As always happens, there's always industry consolidation, people getting together, people taking advantage of different synergies. 2018 was no different. Again, I mentioned BroadVoice acquired GetTel, Wave acquired Grande and RCN, so that's all now Wave. Fusion acquired Birch a year ago, and then the new Fusion acquired Megapath. So a lot of our friends at Megapath are now Fusion employees. An interesting one, AT&T acquired Alien Vault. So you see that Verizon's partnering with Cylance. AT&T acquired Alien Vault. Very, very interesting acquisition. And of course now through the channel, Alien Vault will be coming online shortly here through our AT&T practice. Very excited about that. Cox also recognized the need to get together with an IT cloud type company, and they acquired RapidScale. So congrats to our friends at RapidScale and Cox for getting together. And so now you have a great combination there. And then last but not least, and there were more, okay, I'll just be totally honest, but I only have so much room on this slide. We had Vonage acquiring New Voice Media. This is Vonage's answer for future contact center platform. So New Voice Media never worked with the channel, and this is another trend that we're seeing and that we saw in 2018 and continuing into 2019, is that there's a lot of really niche applications out there that these companies would never deal with agents in the channel and residual commissions, but they're getting acquired by our friends out there like Vonage, for example, and now we're able, by virtue of those acquisitions, to sell more and more things. So Alien Vault never could have sold that. Cylance never could have sold that. New Voice Media never could have sold that, and now we can. And so all of these, and you're seeing a pattern, and this is what we're going to talk a little bit about on our 2019 look ahead call, is there's almost everything now that relates to digital infrastructure for your customers. It's all on the table. There's nothing that is out there that you can't touch. Now, real fast, I'm going to go through a couple of new things that came online for our suppliers last year that you may or may not have seen. Number one, a couple years ago, all of the major cable companies started investing in what they call DOCSIS 3.1, full duplex. And what that allows them to do is do 1 gig down. So 1 gig for over coax used to be something that was kind of talked about but never reality. This year in 2018, almost all of our markets now have DOCSIS 3.1 full duplex, which is 1 gig down. So now we're able to do things with Comcast and Spectrum and Cox and these other guys that could never be done before. And we're seeing it also a huge uptake in upsells. We just talked about the Super Bowl contest with Comcast. Well, a way to juice up your tickets is to sell 2 products or 3 products instead of 1. What do I mean? Go in there and sell a coax line and an auto failover service. Oh, and tack onto that a managed Wi-Fi for if it's a restaurant, right? And there's 3 products right there, boom, and you juice up your ticket. We're seeing a lot of that now on the coax and cable side. So a lot of good opportunities there that our customers have been seizing, and we had a record year with all of our cable company providers. 2 years ago, Viasat launched Viasat 2. Eric Stark and I were there personally to witness the launch. And what we saw there is the launch of a satellite that had the capability of delivering 100 megs down. Well, this year, not New Year's yet, Patrick. Okay, sorry about that. This year, we saw the rollout of the actual unlimited 100 meg plans, and we saw the price points, and we saw this actually productize and actually start to sell. This is in the era where in some of these harder to reach places, your satellite can't actually unseat a slow DSL line or unseat a T1 line. I mean, we're coming in with 100 megs down and 20 to 30 megs up. That's going to replace a lot of terrestrial lines. And the fact that they also made it unlimited just increased the market exponentially for new selling opportunities for our partners, thanks to Viasat. Last but not least, again, I want to mention Office Depot. This is a chance for you to go in and be the MSP. A lot of people are MSPs on this call. If you're an MSP, that's fantastic. Keep your customers. You can use Office Depot or CompuCom for some of your lower end customers that you just can't profitably support. Supporting a customer on the IT side is expensive. It requires engineers, it requires trucks, it requires repair technicians. But now as brokers, we can broker that service. That means we can do their cloud, we can do their telecom, we can do their internet, we got it. But now you can also go out and you can broker the service that fixes their laptops and fixes their printers and fixes their on-premise firewall. It goes out and gives them virtual CIO services. And there's only 3 plans, $39, $49, and $99. It's easy to understand, it's easy to price, and there's frankly more residual commission in it here than most telecoms pay. So again, an exciting opportunity that we're seeing that some of our partners may have missed if you weren't paying attention. In June, we had our annual partner event, Partner Exchange, and we had it in Boca Raton, Florida on the East Coast for the first time. This had always been a West Coast show traditionally. This time we took it to the East Coast and we had tremendous classes, again, on mobility, contact center, cloud computing, SD-WAN, Telarus tools, and we also had a dynamic keynote speaker, the Iron Cowboy, James Lawrence, who came in here and taught us about how to become intentionally uncomfortable and how to find courage and find motivation in the times where things are the most difficult, and actually to put yourself in situations that make yourself uncomfortable, to get out of your comfort zone and to achieve truly great things in your life like he did with his 50 Ironman triathlons in 50 states in 50 days. Just an inspirational guy. He's delivered an inspirational message. I've seen a lot of partners take him up on his challenge of making themselves intentionally uncomfortable. And what does that mean for us? That means, man, if you're in network, that means talk about cybersecurity. That means ask a question about managed IT services. That means offer a free security assessment from CenturyLink. That means just talk about and be aware of the different things you have to sell and give it a shot. And you know what? If you crash and burn, so what? You know what's going to happen? You're going to learn. And that's going to be the best tuition you could ever pay, because it's going to unlock your credibility. It's going to unlock your future potential, especially in 2019. Next year, we're having, and we already announced, Telarus Partner Summit, a little slight rebrand back to our roots. Partner Summit will be happening in August in Denver, Colorado. And we hope that everybody on this call will mark those dates off here in August. I think it's the 9th through 13th. I probably should have looked that up. and it's at the Gaylord Rockies. And that is a brand new billion-dollar resort still under construction right near the Denver International Airport. We're excited to bring the show to Denver. We're excited. We expect over 1,000 people in attendance. We're going to have some of the best cybersecurity speakers that you've ever met. We're going to have some of the best cloud computing experts you've ever met. We're going to not dumb it down, but we're going to explain this in a way that you are going to make some serious money and come away with some serious knowledge. So we're excited for that. Next year, again, that's Telarus Partner Summit. This year was also a huge year for us for the Telarus Innovation Conferences. This is where we take a small little bite-sized sample of Partner Summit and we bring it out to over 50 cities across the country. Thanks to you guys, I'm a Delta Diamond frequent flyer member, and so is Roger, and so is Scott, and so is Adam, and so is Richard. And it was just an absolute pleasure to spend so much time in the field with everybody. These are just some of the pictures that I just got off my phone that I took during this year, and you'll see that, yes, we literally shut down an entire New York intersection where we took an entire group shot. So we're taking this group shot thing to a whole new level. 2019 is going to be a lot of fun as well. We have some amazing content prepared for you. This is not come and be bored by death by PowerPoint. It's interactive. We're moving. We're learning new things. And again, this year, like I talked about, this year was the year of becoming an expert generalist. And we hope that each one of you on this call had the chance to attend one of those conferences. We will be publishing our 2019 calendar on Telarus.com/events. So hopefully you can come and make some time to spend with us. We all spend time away from our families. Our channel managers fly out, spend time away from their families, and we come out to your area of the woods, not because we like traveling. We come out because you are important to us. That face time, that very valuable time that you give us to go and communicate this information, everything that we're learning here in the control tower, right? We're Grand Central Station, but here's the Telarus headquarters, man. This is where the planes are coming in and leaving from. We see patterns, we see technology trends, we see things that are working, and we want to share those tricks of the trade with you. So please make some time out in 2019 to come to those events. We guarantee you're gonna come away well educated and well prepared. And then last but not least, the proof is in the pudding. We want to thank each and every one of you for an amazing year. We've taken our average monthly sales up by 30% since last year. The number of selling partners continues to increase. So what that means for you means stability. It means you matter. If you work with Telarus, you matter. This revenue is going towards helping us get MDF funds. This revenue goes towards helping us get the best contract clauses, evergreen, higher commission percentages, all of it, right? Our combined strength is the Walmart effect. What does the Walmart effect mean? Well, before Walmart came into place, the providers of these different products, they told the retailers how much to sell them for, what their margin should be, and what shelf they should place their stuff on, right? When Walmart came, Walmart sold so much stuff. Walmart told them what they're going to make. They told them in what size, and they told them what they're going to charge. They changed the model because Walmart became such a beast, and now look at them. And so that's what we really want to do to this industry. We want to create such a sales funnel here that our providers will do anything for you, that they'll have MDF for you and MDF for Telarus. And we'll have sales contests. We'll send people to the Super Bowls, and we'll get increased commission amounts. Well, all of these things are contingent upon sales, ladies and gentlemen. And so it's just exciting to see all of the different, all the success that we've had. So thank you, everybody, for spending the time with me today. Thank you all for an amazing 2018. We're so excited for the investments that we've already got queued up for 2019. We'll talk a little bit more about those on our call on January 15th. So mark your calendar for January 15th. That's when we're going to go over our 2019 predictions. And then we'll have Adam Edwards and Richard Murray on the call for that. And then the very next week, on January 22nd and 29th, we're going to be having a supplier overview training. So again, If you don't know what suppliers do what, number one, I suggest you go to Telarus.com and click on suppliers, right? We have a filterable matrix right there. If you want to know who do we offer that offers a specific type of managed service, just go to that website, click on suppliers, click on IT managed services, and click, and then you will see the filter right there. But we're going to be doing an interactive live training on the 22nd and the 29th to make sure that you guys can go hit the ground running into 2019, understanding all these new suppliers, right? Those suppliers I talked about today, that was just this year. That was just in the last 12 months. It's so much to consume, so much to try to internalize, and you don't have to memorize it all. So just know that that website's there as a resource. You can also find all of the suppliers on your app, right? Just open up your app and say, I need to talk to a supplier. All their phone numbers are right there. Just click a button and your iPhone will launch the call right from the app. So a lot of great things coming on board. Again, thank you for everything this year. Just an amazing year. I'm truly humbled to work with all of you. And from my family to yours, have a happy holidays. And we'll open it up for Q&A, Doug.
Thanks so much, Patrick. Man, what a phenomenal year. I think what you said just a minute ago might become the tagline for next year is, oh, that was just this year. That is just awesome. Telarus has grown so much in this past year, and it's so due to our partners' success and all of the things that they've been able to do and the tremendous resources that Telarus has provided for them. It's just been a terrific year. We actually don't have any questions lined up in the queue, and we're just coming up to the top of the hour, so I want to give you the last word on this. But, you know, between Partners Summit and the Telarus Innovation Conferences and all of the regional tech talks and the other events that are out there, maybe you could just describe quickly for our partners, what are the differences in objectives between those three different types of events? What is it that we're trying to accomplish, and what do our partners come away with?
That's an excellent question. So let's start with the tech talk. The tech talk is just, let's do lunch. All right, it's a 2-hour lunch. It's not a 1 hour. It's a 2-hour lunch, and 2 to 3 providers come. And that's a way for you to come and meet some new suppliers and get exposed to some new things. It's not a deep dive training. Again, it's kind of like you heard just today. It's a 5 to 10 minute, here's what we do, here's some opportunities, here's some questions you could ask your customers, and then they pick up the lunch bill. And we do a ton of those, right? Because those are, you have to eat lunch anyway, and it's not a tremendous amount of time invested. So that's a tech talk. When you talk about Technology Innovation Conference, right, that's typically an all-day thing. Like, you're going to want to block that out. You're going to want to see if you can reschedule your appointments either the day before or the day after, so that you can come in and hear from 9 to 12 vendors. There's chances at least 5 to 10 minutes to speak to every single one of them. It's also a chance for Telarus to bring content to you that's a little deeper in nature. We have 20-minute training modules on SD-WAN, on cybersecurity and contact center. So we give you education on how to spot opportunities, how the technology works, and it's very vendor A-specific. And then last but not least, we have the boot camps. The boot camps are 2 or 3 vendors only. They're all day, just like the innovation conference, but they're very, very technically detailed, right? If you come to a security boot camp, there's only going to be 3 security providers there. So you're going to have 1 to 2 hours with each one. So you can actually get into the nitty gritty. Engineers are typically running those, not people on the sales teams or the training teams. So the amount of knowledge you get there is pretty high level. So it's kind of your associate's degree with the tech talk, the bachelor's degree with the innovation conference, and your master's degree with the boot camps.
There's a lot of different resources that are made available to partners during the year. And then the constant improvements that are going on with the Telarus app. I remember so many years ago when partners felt like they needed to be in their office, they needed to be in front of their computers, they needed to have access to these resources. I'll get back to you, Mr. Customer, with the proposal or whatever other data that you needed. Now it's right there with them in their pocket, and we're constantly adding new features to that app to make it more and more versatile.
No, absolutely, and you're going to see more of it. That app is a critical tool. It's your Swiss Army knife, as you go walk into these opportunities.
Well, it's fantastic. Patrick, terrific presentation today. So much going on during this past year, and really only more to go in the year ahead. It's going to be a phenomenal opportunity for our partners. And as Patrick mentioned, join our upcoming calls in January, where you'll hear all of the Telarus owners on the call with their predictions and their outlook for 2019, and then training on all of our suppliers. There are so many new ones that we've added this year. It will be worth your while to find out where they fit in the program for 2019. We've gone from circuit slinging to drone technology in just the last few years, and it's only going to get better. So, Patrick, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Hey, Doug, and Amy just wanted me to just add on here real fast. The dates for Partner Summit are August 6th through 9th. So that is the official date. Please mark your calendar. We'd love to see you there. If you want to know what Partner Summit's like compared to all the other events, you take all the events, mix them in to 3 days, and that's Partner Summit with a lot of fun, food, parties, and a lot of other stuff that our other events do not have.
It will be amazing. Thanks, Patrick. I have two quick corrections I want to make. As we did the shout outs to our top selling partners this week, we were rewriting that right up to the top of the call. I just want to make sure we announce this properly. Our second place sale of the week from Complete Communications involved satellite services from Sierra Wireless. I hadn't correctly announced the product type. Great sale, thanks to Sierra Wireless and to Complete Communications. And our top sale involved fiber Ethernet services from Veracity, sold by Invite Networks. Thanks to both of them for this terrific sale. And our thanks to each of you for your attendance and participation today. If you have suggestions for our call, please send them to marketing@telarus.com. We're taking a few weeks off from the Tuesday call, but we return on Tuesday, January 15th with our Telarus executive team for a kickoff of 2019 and their outlook on and predictions for the upcoming year. Here's a hint. It looks phenomenal. Happy holidays to each of you from all of us at Telarus. I'm Doug Miller, the voice of Telarus. Have a great selling week, everyone. We'll see you in the new year.